Hey guys, welcome to my design pattern video tutorial series. In this series, I will show you how to apply design patterns in a real-world application. I decided to make this video tutorial because many of us who learn design patterns are eager to find out how to apply them in a real-world project scenario. There are several resources out there that show real-world applications of individual design patterns. But it is rare to find resources that show how to build a holistic software solution by combining multiple design patterns. In this video series, we will combine multiple design patterns in solving a task that an actual software developer may encounter on the job. All the code that I will be developing during this series will be committed video by video to a GitHub repository. You can find the link to the GitHub repository in the description below. So let's get started. First, let me quickly run through what you need to know. So we will be doing this video in Java, so you should be knowing the basics of the Java programming language. Also, design patterns is an advanced concept that requires knowledge about the basics of OOP and some knowledge of design patterns. So we will not be covering all design patterns in this video series, only the ones that we can apply to solve the problem that we have. So since this is more of an application of design patterns kind of video, I don't recommend viewing this as your first entry point to design patterns. So let's say we just got a job as a Java developer and we are working on this online shopping website application. So typically when you go in the job, there's already an existing code that is there. So let's say in our case, we have our online shopping application that has several modules like users, products, orders, shipping, and all these modules emit logs and to the logging module, and the logging module simply logs these to a log file. So there are two types of things that are logged. There are the events and debugging messages. So let's take a look at a sample log file. So as we can see, there are all these events, and once in a while you would see the debugging messages like these, wherein a developer would type in some messages for debugging purposes. So this is typical in a log file when you're working on an actual project. So your manager says that we are interested in extracting the events. So these are the different events. We have user registered and then the country from where the user registered, like this one. And then user deactivated shows the country from where he deactivated. Added to cart indicates that a product was added to the cart. Out of stock indicates that the product was tried to be adding to the cart, but it couldn't add because it's out of stock. And then purchased indicates that this product was purchased in this country, and returned indicates that this product was returned in this country. So our task is to keep the existing functionality of logging the events, but additionally we need to save all events to a JSON file, or it could be a database like a SQLite database or a MySQL database, but for the sake of our tutorial we'll just do a JSON file. So this could be because the company might want to run some analytics on the events, so they want to save it in a database. And then also your manager says that we should periodically display statistics about the events. So maybe they want like a dashboard on their office showing live how many events of each type occurred. And your manager says there may be more statistics gathering requirements later, like calculating the percentage of how many users were deactivated from a certain country, etc. So we should make our design flexible. So keeping all these requirements in mind, we will come up with a design using design patterns that can help us solve the problem effectively. So that is all for this video. In the next video, we will be looking at the existing code base and starting to analyze, design, and code the new component that we are tasked to develop.